What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the Alchemy Factory with me, the Jote, Steven. We've got a few missions here at the beginning, so after we load in, we'll turn in some good stuff. Get some gold. Finally got another Mars mission for us, so a lot of materials there on the right, you can see. So this will be some good money to start off the episode. Little random request. That one's easy peasy. Yeah, the big one. Bulk orders. Love these, especially when they got the Mars. Excellent. You gotta save up for that 1,000 gold house. It's gonna take a while. But we'll get there. Alright, let's put some stuff away. Yeah, I still have some of my other random bits and bobs over here when I was doing some runs of some kind. I need to think about that actually. My future shop design, I need to have a space to maybe return items that I don't need. Ooh, an auto sorter would be cool. I like the idea. Sort through all my materials, put them back onto the appropriate belts, back into the appropriate storage. I just get to dump it all into one box. That sounds like a fun little project. I like the idea. Alright, what else can I put away? Anyway, let's organize. I really don't need a lot of this stuff. This is where that auto sorter would be quite helpful. So what have I been working on? I've gotten a little bit more done with the pit downstairs. So if I go back down here to the pit. So I've got some yeast. So I've got the yeast now. Yeast powder's ready. And again, for now, I'm just going to have a little buffer box here. And then I'll make it even more accessible for the storage. Right now, my soap is really busy trying to back itself up, so I'm gonna probably go grab some soap to help fill up this box. I can do that. This line is not really meant for high production, so when it's ramping up, it's gonna take a while. Let's grab a couple more. Yeah, this line is really just meant to feed the shop. You know, what do I need to sell on a shelf? And then what do I need to grab for a mission? Occasionally for a mission I've got to grab a little bit more than, so generally I'll have at least 4 squares worth of storage. If I need more I can add more. So it's still trying to fill up the soap line. This is already full. This is pretty quick to burn through those items. Last episode, if you didn't see, or maybe a couple episodes, we did the pipes to go up to the ceiling, and then last episode we were installing some of our liquid production. So we've got fruit wine up in the ceiling, we've got linseed oil, and there's a third one as well. Don't fall down the hole. And then the other one's brine. So this episode, let's go ahead and research it. While we're talking about the fluids, let's get brandy. Start? No start. Oh, because I need this. Let's do the limbic. I'm guessing it's a little bit like a blender, but I don't know if this one's also height related. If I've got to go up to the roof to make it, I'll probably go up there anyway. Plant ash I can make upstairs. That's pretty easy. And then, so I just got a cook material. I got thermal, or I got, you know, black powder or whatever up on the roof. And then the rest of this is just, well, this one's, I guess, relics. I think relics you can put into a knowledge altar, right? It's just it looks different, right? It's a different version of the relic. But I think the one I'd rather work towards is this, because this I think is going to be super helpful. All right, let's research brandy. Let's put them in a limbic real quick and see what's required. I haven't tested any of this, yeah, so it's got to be built on a heating device, and then it'll probably also need to be, I've got a couple down here, so let me just see, what does it say? Recipe, oh, yep, so we'll get a recipe here in a second. So that really is just the next device. This, oh yeah, because it combines the 2 liquids, right? You have to combine 2 liquids, or you take one liquid and boil it, or do whatever with it, add it to another material, infuse it. Maybe that's what it's doing. It's like smoking the ash. But I don't think this one has a, yeah, this one doesn't have the benefit of being up on the roof, so I don't necessarily need to do this up on the roof. but I may want to have a slightly scaled up coke powder production in this case. So let's take this to the workshop. I don't really need all of this, but we'll take this to the workshop. I'll stay here. I can get out this way. I was just doing that for scaffolding. Okay. I guess she's in timeout at Europe. Alright, words. Yeah, I haven't cleaned up my workshop in a little while. I still got little bits and bobs everywhere. Oh yeah, I got salt on the belts as well, so I put salt on there. So I'll give you guys an overview of the other items. So we're up to the top now. So the top one, I just started adding salt. So that's now salt up here, soap powder and salt, and iron sand and iron. And then I'll keep adding some more rows. I might be able to do an interesting copy from back here, copy all of it, raise it up one. So now we're gonna play with these. Let's try to make some brandy. So we want to scale up coke powder. I haven't really built any of these to scale in a while, so this one, it's slightly annoying. You can do it straight from coal, but you know me, I like to have my profit margin, so we're gonna do the Anthor recipe and scale that up. So we'll start with charcoal production. So I do have some upgraded recipes for charcoal. So I do have a level 12 here. Let's take a look at this. Unfortunately, I do have materials on me. So the gist of this one, I believe, was only 120 output. Because yeah, this is 120, and then it all combines down to do another 120. So I think we're going to want to scale this quite a bit. So I'm probably going to do double-sided and vertical. So let's plan for that. Actually, I'm probably going to get ahead of myself. So let's at least do double-sided. Probably feel pretty comfortable with that, doing double-sided. This one ends like there. And then now it's like wanting to follow me. I gotta get up higher. Oh, did I? What? We don't. So that opens this up, and then it can scale horizontally and vertically once I put down a couple more beams. But each one's 120, and then you connect these together, and then at the end you just put your logs down. The logs, you don't need multiple belts. But each of these, you know, I could combine two neighbors next to each other and get one belt of 240, but let's look at the rest. So that's going to give me charcoal. Charcoal will need to go in an Anthor, so let's look at this, because this has got to feed itself, so I don't really want to put 240 in, because I need to get a grinder. And I guess these have two inputs, so that may not actually be an issue. I could probably feed it a little bit more. But let's take a look. What? These guys, there's really no reason to do the big stuff anymore, because the belts are so fast now. Anthor. I probably will want it to be sideways. I don't know. We'll look later. And then what I had to do, or what I did, was basically I would take a grinder, because I believe, oh, I guess we do that, because I need the charcoal to go back through. And then I probably will want to turn this, because these will go kind of long ways front and back. And then those have to get ground as well. So what did I do? I probably stacked it, or did I? I need to test this a little. Let's fill it up. What is this? Need some charcoal powder. I've got a big box of charcoal right here just for this kind of stuff. So speeds, yeah, 480. So this can take two belts of 240. So it does make sense for me to combine two of these next to each other. Then I can fit one of these. There's going to be a little gap here. I could probably, this stuff's kind of stuck, right? Because I have to have this little nose here. I could raise it up, or I could have one. It'll be every other one anyway, unless I combine it. I kind of like the idea of each floor doing its own thing. I catch the speeds, fill it up, and organize those, and because yeah, it'll feed itself at 80. So theoretically, I could feed this with 240 plus, so I could really take 3 of these to feed it. and then the 80 would just add into one belt. So I could have 3 of these, maybe this one, the neighbor, and this neighbor. So I can have those 2 belts combined and then go in, and then this belt from this one goes in. Okay, that would get me close to the max. And then it's only giving me 400 output. So I could combine quite a few of these outputs together. Most of this is going to be this magic right here, getting these belts to work together. So yeah, I'm going to definitely want to make this more dense. So what we will do, I think I want to do it, yeah, stacks of 3. So I'll do 3 together, 3 will feed this, and then I might make it 3 high. And then it'll be double-sided, so I'll have 120 on one side, 120 on the other. I could combine those together to give me 240 output. So then I'd end up with a single box 240. The other thing I want to do, because, let's see, I was this 2.6. I believe we need to grind it, like 80-90% sure. So I want coke powder. Where did this guy? What's the input in one of these? 240. Cool. That is smoking super fast. Okay, yeah. So basically this 3 wide and then one more up, and then that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 4 of these is 4, 8. So I'd have 1 for 3. And it won't quite be full speed, so it's not going to be 40 a minute. It's going to be, I'll get 240 plus another 240, or sorry, 240 plus another 120, so I'll have 360, and then it'll feed itself, so plus 80 is 440, so oh, that's pretty close to max. 440 divided by 480 is 91.66666 as a decimal, and then out of 40, will that give me like 38? 36.66. So instead of 40, I'll get 36. And then I'm only going to get 4 of these per 3. So I'll have, well, unless I make it 3 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36.666 times 6. It's 219, 220 basically. Once you do the fractions. Okay. 3 tall. I would have to do it. Yeah, that's basically full speed. If I do it 3 tall, and then this will end up being 3 wide. Okay, I'll put you over there for now. And let's optimize this build. Yep, put you over there for a minute. So we will copy pretty much all of this. Let's go ahead and copy all of it. I'll put these, what am I going to need? Lots of nails. Put any extras in there, that's okay. Manufacturing in a box provides. Oh yeah, I had extra soap on me. Let me see if I can go put this soap back into my new manufacturing supply system. Oh, okay. It looks like it's finally filled up, so that's alright. Here's a random box of stuff. I can put some iron in here. That'll free up some space. Okay, alright, let's scale this guy up. Yeah, because I've only made a couple small versions of this, but this is level 12 efficiency, basically. This is quite nice. Alright, VR, rotate. I sort of have these. I will need to go like this to make sure. So yeah, let's do it that way, because that's the way I set it up. Everything else is matchy-matchy. And then, what am I out of now? Just Rockies. Need some little rocks. Screwed up, okie. Those are all connected. Excellent, excellent. Now, that is 3 wide. This is 2 wide. So what I need to do is basically, these 2 will combine together, and then this one, it's at the right height, so that part's good. And then, what is this? Fuel input? That should just be fuel. I can make fuel go there, because I have, I think, stuff in the way. Here, we'll do, yeah, so I can get my fuel line to go across, so then I'm just feeding it once, so that will help quite a bit. Cleaning up some stuff, and then most likely, let's see what size beams we have for a 3-wide. So that one obviously you could gap the full middle, so I could do that, and then I could squeeze this guy into the middle, or this one extra wider. I can't quite see one wider, so I could open this up by one, or just have it be one wider, or I just adjust the middle so that this can fit inside of there. I think for now we'll adjust this like this. Plus one side, two little guys, so like this. Oopsie. Why? Oh, because it was auto-saving. Okay, and then we can go like that for the beam, and then I think I can squeeze that in there. Well, I've got to do the same thing on that side, and there's not enough room, so yeah, I think we're gonna have to go one wider. And I mean, I could always just raise all of this up by one, but regardless, if that sticks out a little bit, then I just have to have a couple extra beams over here. But I think having this open is kind of nice. Okay, well, let's do this side, and then I can look at what do we need to do on the other side. So, nope. I guess we hit day 364. We are getting ready for blast potions. I gotta scale up my coke powder first. So huge day with obviously that gold, but ignoring the gold, let's see how we did. Don't have any Saturns or whatever the red ones are. Mars, we don't have any Mars. I'll have to see, maybe something's messed up. So we did 35, 36, 37, roughly 37, a little more, not counting the gold, versus 25. So 12,000, 1,200 in silver, sorry, 1,200 profit in silver, plus the 10 gold for the extra mission. Okay, so I think, take that off. Yeah, so this speed is 40 per minute, so I need to factor that in. I guess each of those, and then I could just plug it right into its mouth, because that's going to be at most 40, and that's 40. And then it just sticks out by 2. I'm gonna have to have a little bit here. So we'll start with this. Take that out. So I want this to be in the middle, because on the other side, I'm gonna have to do this bridge thing for sure. And then I might, that's the middle. Yep, so I can scoot it up one to get my belt inputs to work. And then I can bring, so that will go like that. That's not where I want it to be. So then yes, but no. Ideally, because then this gets messed up, that's yada yada. I guess what I do is I just move that to its own set of stands. I don't know, this would be so nice. I guess I have to push it forward one more. And if I push it forward, I mean, this beam's gonna be messed up anyway. So I feel like the best strategy is gonna be to just make this one wider, and that'll get rid of this. This will come up top. Yes? No? Why not? Oh, because I hit. That's that annoying bug. When you pick it up, because you use T to pick it up, it also does a transform on you. So, but this is actually still gonna be messed up on that side. Could I turn it sideways, and then I could fit it, and then I can kind of go. No, I'd have to do a full wraparound if I do this. Yeah, I think the proper solution is going to end up being raising it up one. Oh wait, nope. Yep, it complained. Like, it's green. No. It wasn't green. This side's somewhat workable, but the other side is generally not. What? Okay, whatever. And that's going to be slightly easier if it's up a little bit higher. So I think that's backwards. So I think I'll go back up the level. It's not that big a deal, but it is basically, I do that. Do I just make this wider, and then I mean, this is one by itself, so I can combine them together, and it's not that big a deal. And then now that this is wider, I can put this where I need to. So this can now basically, I needed it, actually this is where I needed it so that, oh, this is backwards. I needed it so that this right belt was lined up right here, because I can combine all of these together and combine those like that, and then that one gets combined. So these are two 120 outputs, they'll get combined in a 240 in one slot, and then in the other slots I copy those two, rotate, try to get it to go in there. Okay, let's do this to get the belts to work properly. Okay, there you go. So this will be 120 plus that one was whatever it was. You know, it's like 40 a minute or 80 a minute. Well, it's going to be 80 out of here, so I think that was 80, right? I probably have some charcoal powder on me. Or there's some right there. I didn't really like it. Yeah. So that'll run at 80 a minute basically, because that's what it's giving. So even though it can do 120, it'll run at 80. And then for fuel, I can wrap some fuel around that, and then you do a little stand, big stand, little stand, stand, little stand. That one wraps. That's my actual output. Not too bad. So I'll have to add extra beam here, and it'll be, so that one's going to be tall, this one will basically that, and then you'll see here in a second, because the next ones are going to slot in like this, so they'll fit across, and then that'll be the same level, because I need it to be the same level for this output to have a place to land. And then this extra height will be enough room for this to fit underneath, because on this side all of the stuff's going to be one closer, so I'll have two of these stands on the outside. So let's just let's fix these. So we're going to do fuel from this side, so like this to be there. Need that extra, fix this. I guess I should have tested the other side before doing all of this stuff, but that's my output will combine and lease. So I want to do, let's do this. It's really just as easy, not necessarily any better, but yes. Okay, scaffolding in the way, and then we will do a rotate. We'll do a caps lock so it stays on the ground, and then I need it to be, because over there it was right there, so this side is N1 for those beams to work. 3 rotate. Or steel, I got a box of steel over here, a couple boxes, so we'll probably test the bottom layer real quick, and we can do the rest of it, because that'll give me my platform, so I can build the second story and the third story, and then if I want to plug these together I could, and then why, oh, because I did it that way. Alright, that's fine. Maybe it'll let me, no, it's gonna break everything. That's fine. Caps lock. Oh, hey. Well, that's nice. That's why it's freaking out, because it's like, what? I copied the top stuff. Well, that's good. Okay. I don't have to redo as much as I thought. It's perfectly fine. Okay, now that's in line. What I can actually do is I can combine the outputs. I can have the outputs come down, and then I'll have a little gap here that I can feed the outputs to one side. And then I can also do the same thing with fuel. So if I feed the fuel from the front, maybe it goes to the left then? I think so. I think what I'll do then is, well, I gotta get rid of this. It's in the way. So we'll feed it from that side, and then what I can do is leave that there so I can go either direction, and then basically, yeah, whatever, I just need to connect them to the left. Well, it doesn't really matter. Each of these will have a hopper, I guess, is my comment. A hopper slash a belt that I can feed it. It's kind of within the footprint, which is nice. I guess, do I want to redo those? That's kind of annoying. Or I just make it come through and line up with this one, maybe? Yeah? because those will come down. It's probably going to stick out one more, like I mentioned, because I'm going to belt stuff down from up top. Or I open this, because I really don't need it right here. So if you watched my sand production for diamonds, basically anywhere that there's a belt is where you need it. And this is probably where I don't want to shoot myself in the foot with small towers. They block the view. All fixed. Okay. So that's how you do that, right? And then if you wanted to capture this as well, you've got to kind of do that for your fuel input. But most likely what I'll do is I'll just elevator this up. So once I build the upper story, but this will help me for copy and paste. This is a little bit harder to do, copy and paste. I mean, because it'll interfere with the next one. But anyway, then what I want to do is I got to finish this. So what was I saying? So that doesn't work. I need this to that. No, that one was probably fine. That one maybe was fine. Okay, let's test it with one of these. Let's make sure. Yep, that's all red, so that's connected. Best I can tell, it looks like it's... So this is what I was talking about. That's good. Doesn't really matter which side. I'll just pick that side arbitrarily. This one will go like this. I guess if I want to be efficient, I can go that. That goes like that. I don't really need that one. Copy and paste. Build the next story up. And then for this belt, I'll need to tuck this belt and you go that way. Thank you. Okay, so now the back is connected to the front. So it's the output, elevators down, goes across, elevators down, circles around, goes up, goes over here, elevators up, and then it joins this output. So this will be kind of my main output from here, and I probably will need to make it stick out a little bit. Yes. Well, so what I can do is I can elevator down one of them to this level. So this will be from somewhere up here. I don't know where, but that'll be from somewhere up there, and then that will elevator down into this. But we can add that. I copy the second story, and then that leaves this little spot right here. That leaves this spot here to bring it down, and I'll basically elevate it right to that level, and that'll copy it onto this spot right there. So I'll elevator from the top down, the third story down to here. And then on each of the stories, it'll have the same elevator, so each story will do this. So second story will do this, third story will do this. The other thing I need to do is elevator this up to each level, and then those levels will need to go the opposite way. Or do I basically put a little buying station in right here on the bottom? So I think we will make this go the other direction. I think that's going to make more sense. Because I have this little gap right here to fit stuff in, so I can fit a belt here. I guess I don't have room to elevator up. I would have to come out here. So the elevator up for logs could be up here. So if I'm an elevator up out here, then maybe this is also where I could put a buying station. I can almost fit one in here. I could put one up a little bit higher. Yeah, I think I can fit one in there. And then regardless, I'll need these. So we can plan for this side, and then I'll just have to figure out where exactly. So most likely for the upper stories, I can get it onto this belt. From down here, I'll elevator up and then snake it into these on the top stories. I feel like we're ready to copy it, but let's do a test beforehand. So I'll do a couple temporary. Let's go grab a couple logs. Let's test this out. And we've got some furnaces. Where's the other one? Okay, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be annoying to try to fix all of those. This is why you test it before you do a lot of copying and pasting. Okay, over there. It's alright. Just a little bit of minor surgery. That one's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, will help a lot. Getting some logs down. Okay. Let's put our Saw is back on the table. Oh, some kidoki artichoke. What? Yes, click. You made clicky noise. All good. Alright. I gotta turn that furnace on, I think. Let's turn that one on. And 365. I like that number. We've made it 1 year in this game. 1 year anniversary. Woo! 1 year anniversary. Alright. And I probably still need to go check on Mars. Yeah, let's go check on Mars. I need missions and Mars. I'll bring you along for the ride, sure. Alright. 31? 5. 31, let's call it 31. It's short a little bit. Yeah, whatever. Just over 3,000 versus 23.6. So a little over 700, a little under 700 silver. Okay. So hopefully we'll see stuff come out here in a little bit. Yeah, it's getting charcoal. Charcoal should be making coke powder. Coke powder should be grinding. Oh yeah, the output's on this side, and that really, yeah, right there. Nope. That's not ground up. I need to add another grinder. Did I forget about the grinder? I did forget about grinder. Yes. That one's going around. That's coming over. That's good. Hot type. Well, we need to do this grinder. Okay. Well, these ones are easy. I can just add it anywhere, right? Like I can just throw it in right here. So let's get this sorted. So what I'll probably do is bring that one down and then grind them all down here. No. It's just this one that's a problem. I don't have space. I didn't really plan good. Didn't plan well. Yeah, that one's easy. This one, not so easy. Alright, I'll think about it. Let's go check missions. Hey, look, there's probably a bag of money. That was full the last time I was here. Okie dokie. Oh, alright. So we might have a couple Marses in here, but where are they at? Right here. Since we're here, let's throw one into the knowledge portal. Wooden pulleys 90. Let's do the junk drawers first. So junk drawers, I need some pocket watches. There's one. That's not going to really help. Turquoise, I got 10. Just need 30. Growth potions. We've got 75. That'll work. Then I think, maybe not. Yeah, I think I used them all already. You're supposed to be up here, buddy. That's the potions box. Alright. Pulleys. Had some extras there. And we need, what is that, 72. So we just need about that many. Yeah, that's a little extra again. Okay, so we gotta go. Oh, pocket watches. We are out of pocket watches. What do you need? You need more bearings. Alright. I'll get you some bearings. I know. A little hidey hole of bearings. Yeah, this is... Okay, there's space there. Let's grab one thing. I need to get a proper setup of copper going. I'm getting some of the materials for it. I passed it up, so we'll have to come back for this. Over here. This one is bearings. We'll see how it does. Oh yeah, it's... Let me... Oopsie. I had to do this before. I need to turn that off so it'll build up in a box. Let's go check on Mars. Was that here? Higher. This one's Saturn. Saturn's probably fine. We've been selling a lot of that, but this is... Oh, that's my fuel setup. Where did I put... No, this is Saturn. Where did I put Mars? Because we're not selling any Marses. Spacing it. I think this is down... Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is on the steel setup downstairs. Back up. Just enough. And that's this guy over here. Oh, we probably running out of these again. So these, it's because of this side, and then this side, because rivets. Yeah, this is one of those things where if for some reason your rivets get backed up, everything gets backed up. I guess I need to siphon off some rivets from this side, because this side is doing bearings. And then this side, I was supposed to not need all of the bearings, so to balance it out, this side did extra bearing, or did coins instead, but maybe I messed up my math down here. So each of these down here is 60, so 60, 120. Two more is 240. And then where do those lines? Yeah, so I think, and then what I did for the lines is basically I have these four back here. Can't really see it because it's behind the sign, but there's one right there. So that one combines with this one. So that's 120. You try to get around my scaffolding. And then it combines with that one. Does it combine with that one, or is that going on its own? I guess that's its own belt. Why did I all the way until here to combine 120? Oh, I guess because I did it this way. So this one is 60, 120, 180, 240, and that's all that back belt back there that and then it goes over, comes over to here, and then goes up. So I feel like what I probably need to do is take a bigger box. Well, I'm out of gears, so let's do a little box, I guess, to do. There's gears over here. Let's just grab stuff. I'm gonna put a box of storage, and then it'll feed back onto itself. So in case it gets full, and then if that box gets full, it'll trash it. Yeah, because I need Mars working paint. I need to optimize this. So basically, I'll take the rivets. That's fine. Because this side over here is important, right? So I need to clear this bottom line because that's the first four. And then ideally I do it on this line before it gets combined. But that's going to be a little bit harder. I'll have to raise this line up, and then I can do it. So let's get it working over here first. So basically, what do I want to do? So if it cannot fill the box, it needs to dump it in the trash, and then the box will yep, okay. So I'll have priority will be the box. But if it can't fill the box, because gold is down here, so the gold will be the box, right? And then this basically will do the same. It will give priority there, if not also go to trash. You want it like this, so that's priority. Why is it not giving it priority? Okay, there we go. How's the autosave? I was like, what is going on? Okay, and then basically from there, whatever doesn't work goes into the circular filing. Okay. Oh, I guess no, I don't need that. So this I don't need, because this will just do this. Well, whatever. And then yeah. If this is full, because this will be full, and then it goes extra. Yeah, I don't need a double, because it's just gonna fill up, and then this won't fill up. It'll just dump everything. So yeah. I had it right the first time, and then I tried to overcomplicate it. Okay. I don't think this fits on here. No, you have to put an extra set of stands down, which I still kind of want to do. Then it's a little bit more compact for what I need to build on the other one. So basically, I could probably optimize it a little bit, but I need one of those. So first of all, it'll come up to this level, and then I can basically have it in line, and then the priority is itself. And then if it can't go to itself, it'll go to the box. And then if the box gets full, oh, that's correct. Yeah, it'll give priority to the box. It'll siphon off. If the line gets full, then it bypasses and it gives priority to the box. And then if the box is full, it'll trash. And then the box feeds itself. So I need to do this, but I still cannot. The way I did it, I guess I could have it all go through here. I'm just thinking through the process real quick. And then if not, it feeds the box. But if the box, yeah, I like the way I did it the other time. So I have to bring it up so I can actually connect to it. And then I need to platforms for stuff to happen. Let's do this one first. I'll wait for that to clear a second. Priority splitter, which will be prioritize a box, which I can do kind of like that, but I'll need to move this down one. I need to move it down two, and I'll want to go like this. So I'll want this to come around, box to go here. It'll prioritize the box, right? So this side is, okay, that side's gold, so that side will prioritize the box. F4 like this to the box, and then the box will feed the line as well, like that. Okay, let's get this going again, so that will prioritize the box, and then if the box is full, I need it to go to the trash can, and then the trash can, I can fit over here on some small lab stands. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for everybody. So basically, if the line gets full like it is now, it'll come to here, and then now it'll check, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into storage. Storage is basically also trying to flood the line, right? So this just gives me a big buffer box. So if something happens and I start losing production, but I still need things down there, then the box will feed the line again. But if it's backing up production, then it'll fill the box. If the box gets full, it'll just start trashing it, which is kind of annoying. I probably should put more boxes down because these are pretty valuable. I mean, I don't need a lot of these. Like, once this is full, I can pull from it as needed, you know, but it'll feed the line again. Ideally, this thing is balanced, like it should be working fine. And then this one is not making, this is just making coins, so I don't really care if this side gets backed up and it stops making coins, that's fine. I don't need to be making gold coins, so but that freed it up, so it'll start, as you can tell with all these coming through. So that's the Mars production fix. That's how you troubleshoot it, and then figure out, I don't know, I can go try to troubleshoot it more to figure out why it's not balanced, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, we were grabbing stuff. I needed pocket watches downstairs. Let's quickly do this before time. It's only midnight-ish in the game. Okay, I don't need that many. How many do I need? I only need 20. Yeah, I guess I could have kept that. That was 20 there. Whatever. 19, 20. Get rid of that. Okay. And turquoise. Turquoise. Dude, I'm so excited for the new shop. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. It's going to be sick. Bulk order. Oh, it's 40. My bad. My bad. I was thinking 20. That's 50. 38. Alright. Whatever. Now. Okay. Good money. There we go. Got a lot of money. Alright, let's convert some of this to gold. I've got my little conversion box over here. I'll throw the big stack in there. And then I do need to make sure I've got some silver over here. Let's break that down. I'll throw another 100 in there. This just feeds this right now. I think I put money up into a tower. I don't know. I'm not too worried. Whatever. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, we're testing this. Alright, so I've got to add, I think it's easy enough to add that one in here, and then I probably need more space. And then if we're going to do that, the output is really going to be down here somewhere. So to make it easy, I'll probably just put this one back here. And then probably just leave that stuff for now. I guess what I could do is that one could come down actually like this, over combine, and then this could be my output. That's fixable right now. We'll just it's the same exact cost. The reason I do it, the real reason is usually I just want visibility. I don't want to have to like try to look through here and you can't see anything. Like, this angle is terrible, and then you gotta try to get back, or you gotta, anyway. So that's why I do double tall, but I end up regretting it almost all the time. I really have to be like super finalized with the build and be done with it. Okay, so that's coke powder. For the first level. Now I can put my floor back on. So I'll let these, I probably ran out of fuel, maybe. Over here, no, there's still good fuel. This black powder. Why logs stuck? Logs stuck, no good. Oh, because I can't see the furnace inside of there, that's why. I can live with that. I should be able to see it from over here, maybe? Unless we can get the right angle. I can see that one. I can't quite see your furnace, buddy. I'm sorry, I can't prime you. I guess what I can do is just... Where's my hopper? We'll do it the official way. Whatever. I'll give you the junk. You can have some junk. Alright, that'll get it to go eventually. Let's put that there for a minute, let it collect up. Okay. I feel good / better. This is actually working. Why are you just not pretty? Oh, because I broke you? Or you were missing all along? You're probably missing all along. You've got one. Yeah, I think when I was dissecting stuff, I was deleting everything. Okay. This is why you gotta test pieces before you start burying it all. Because I've had this issue one too many times, really. Luckily, I didn't have to tear it too far apart to fix those belts inside. This just looks backed up, but it should be fine, because this nth ore is really just 40 a minute. Yeah, it's just... I don't have all of these running, so it's not getting logs at full throughput, so that's fine. It's doing its job. Happy? Okay. Yeah, and this will run super fast. Okie. That's very challenging to, like, figure out the right spot to look when you're trying to build from below. Okay, I think we are ready to... I probably didn't put enough fuel in there for it to burn through everything. Whatever, I'll give it all of this stuff. I can burn through all of that. Alright, we are past 1 year. 1 year and 1 day. Let's see, we got some Saturns in the shop, or Mars. We got some Mars in the shop, so that's gonna help quite a bit. I was missing that income the last few days. So we got that fixed, we got some quests put in. I'm still not making pocket watches in the dispatch portal, but our total is much better. 5,300, 5,400 almost, just under 5,400. 54 versus 24, 25 almost. 54 versus 25. That is really good. That's probably one of the more profitable days. 32, 3,300 silver, not counting the gold quest days. Oh, I don't want that stuff. You can have that. I'll let it feed on this for a little bit. Let's clean up some other stuff. I need to finish this. I lose track of what I'm trying to do with these systems. Okay, let's try to copy it. I did not quite get it all. That feels better. Let's use my scaffolding. What do I need? A lot of nails, a lot of rocks, a little bit of wood. The manufacturing system in a box will provide. Lots of nails, a little bit of wood. BR. No, still need more nails. Did not get enough. Okay, this should be enough now. Probably need more steel next time. Let's figure out the orientation. That's on that side over there. Okay, what was that belt for? I don't think I need that belt, so we'll go ahead and confirm. Yeah, this was a random bit of belt sticking out. Yeah, these tails aren't sticking out, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind those tails sticking out. So now what we'll need to do, because I'm down here, I need to plumb this fuel line up so we can do... And I'm gonna have to do it twice, so I'll be able to nesting doll these a little bit. Yes, I should be able to. So I need scaffolding. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so kind of blocked myself. That's alright. I can crouch. 5. So what we'll do, and I probably don't need both of those. We'll just go like this. And this one is gonna go up. Oh, no, come on. Okay. 4. Nope, I'll get there eventually. Okay, so we needed to go up there, but what I think I'm gonna have to do is go like this. Can I make that work? I'll have to move that belt inside of there. So I need to move this belt to go like that. Because I need a little bit more space here. So I'm going to have to elevate her from right here up, and that will give it up there. And then this one will elevate her from in here to this level. And this will go like that. And that's how I'll get to my third story, so that'll solve this one. So that'll work just fine. Put that out, and then I'll have to elevate her up again, but I sort of have that elevator plumbed in already. So I go just basically like that, because that elevator will get copied, and that'll go right here, and that'll elevate her up to this level. I won't need that on either level, so I can get rid of that. Okay, now for the front side, I want to plug this guy in. Actually, is that going to change now? Yeah, I think that's going to change. Let's just redo it. So let's get some scaffolding. Start with this. Congrats. That looks good right there. So now the output is right here. I probably want to take the output over here so I can elevator it down. And then I think I need to go over to that side. This was my output. What I can do, because this all was to support, what is that supporting? The fuel input. Oh, I was missing a stand right there, so it didn't come through. I can go this way though. That's fine. That's at the bottom level. And then I still need to elevator the fuel up. So what I probably will do is, this one is selectable, so let's take this, let's bring it over one, and then I'm not going to really do anything else there. So from here we can elevate her up. That wood. Alright, so we are... Okay. Oh, running into the second story. It's gonna be a nice and dense build. Luckily, this is level 12, so I don't have to build it again. Okay, so that output... I'm not using these outputs. Which means I still have that belt down here. Get rid of that belt, because that all goes down and inside. Right now, I'm not using this at all. I may get rid of that one. Let's double check. Without skinny belts. Yep. Let's clear that out. Okay. Just thinking order of operations. I could copy fuel from up here. I kind of like that idea. So that will be for the next level. I probably should have just copied it one more time. Oh, my wrist. Okay. I keep scooting my mouse wrist forward further than it needs to be. Right now, I mean, that was just supporting that original belt. I don't think I really need it anymore for the higher levels, because I'll elevate her from here up. That's a fuel line, or from there, either spot. I can, because there's a gap right there, so I can elevate her up. And then I do still need this here for the belt. Actually, I don't really, because if I elevate her this way, that will just feed the line normally. So that'll work. I mean, this one, I guess what I could have done is elevated over there. That'll make this build slightly cheaper. That. That's where I could have, like, instead of having those lab stands, like, you can sort of elevator over and up and then into an elevator stacked on top of here, so you can sort of nest it. If you're doing a really tall build, there's ways to basically nest it. You just need a little bit of space. Like I need, you know, to put this here and an elevator here, and then you can wrap it back around on itself. But for now, I kind of need this space, so much so that I might actually nest these a little bit better down here. So what I'm thinking, do that. I'm gonna have this one go that direction. And then basically I'm going to move that over to right there. And then that'll open up this spot right here, which will be helpful because I need to put basically a couple elevators down with that line. So that'll give me a spot for these outputs. The copy. Oh yeah, that is the wrong way? No, that was the right way. Dang it. I second guessed myself instead of trying to get closer. Alright, so now this one, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll just do this one here. And then the next one, I'll have to move it in by one. We'll copy it all, and then it'll just fail on the items that I can't put down, which is okay. And then, yeah. I think I'm ready to copy for the third floor. And then just, again, as a recap, each of these is just 40 output, so I can combine, you know, it'll go through one grinder, which I think I tested over here, right? Yeah, this is the grinder. So the output, you know, from the machine is 40, and it'll go through a grinder, give me the power at 40. And then basically what I'm trying to do is go 4, 8, 16, is that too much? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. No, that's correct. Doing some weird math there for a second. Okay, so let's copy. Definitely don't want to copy my whole factory. I feel like I'm gonna need to go up on the second story or third story. Might be even better. So F to copy, and then yeah, it's gonna not like those, so I need to get it where I think it needs to go. Now that's not the right spot. I need to get a little bit better perspective from right here, so I could have tried to deselect those, I guess, but now I'm just gonna try to line it up correctly. Oh, I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, duh. I gotta get all that stuff. I should have realized. Lots of nails again. It's okay. Lots of wood again. I need some steel I got over here. Let's grab some rocks first, and then some steel. I mean, I won't need the steel, I guess, but we'll put it on here. Can I make that jump? No. Okay. I got a staircase. Alright, now, which side is which, unfortunately? I think, why is there... Here, how about we try to copy it again and not select those. So what I think we'll do is I'm going to start from this block, because that will avoid most of it. And then I do need the stuff in the back. I need most of the stuff in the back. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. And then let's go look at the front. I do want basically all of this. I do want that and that. Okay. Yep. I think that'll be better. Let's do an F. I still ended up getting an elevator on the back. Okay. Luckily, it holds its orientation to your building, so you don't have to figure out which way it was spinning. Oh, that's weird. That's still flashing green. Okay. And then you have little caret up and down arrows, so you just gotta try to get it in the right spot. And it's gonna complain because of the stuff in the back. Okay, so now that I think I need to change the orientation because the elevator did paste over what I tried to put down. I moved before I let go, I suppose. Okay, now we really don't need this. Yes. I'm definitely not going to make it any taller, and this is where you got to be careful. Let me make my scaffolding bigger. You got to be careful and not delete belts by deleting some of your scaffolding. Okay. Right there is good. Right there. That's okay. That's okay. Obviously don't remove an elevator. That was just to hold the beams. Okay. That looks nice. Very, very nice. That can go, that can go, and I'll go around the other side. There's a little bit more I think I can delete, but that I can all see pretty clearly. There's, oh actually I was going to need that one, because this is going to switch. I don't need those, but I do need this. Then I need to put in another elevator right there. I would have to turn a little bit so I can see it. I can't quite see it turn blue, but that's the right level. And then our inspection floor, that looks good. I've got the belt in there. I've got this belt that I messed up earlier. I've got the grinder. I've got this grinder. Those combined, they go down. I need a fuel. And then I think I did it so that fuel adds there. So what I can do is, because the fuel's coming from here and going up. Let's clean that belt up. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. It looks better. Very, very nice. Alright. Now, an hour's worth of work to get 240 coke powder per minute, which we really need because we have this new awesome thing for brandy, and you need a lot of brandy. Well, I don't know how much of it I need, but may as well have a lot of it because I'm going to need it next episode to do some blast potions. So, let's see, I might be able to get this upstairs. I'll have to probably clear out my inventory to be able to fit all of this. Even for being level 12, this is kind of ridiculous. This is like what I did back at level 6 efficiency. Okay. I guess I should give it a sign. I need my other keyboard. And then we are going to say level 12 efficiency. This was 240 in smart. We lose a little bit because the charcoal chunks, those square charcoals, have to get reground. Those are at 80 a minute, so you lose roughly 20 a minute charcoal powder, but that doesn't equate directly to 20 a minute, so you lose about 2 per minute or 4 per minute, and then there's 6 of these, so whatever, I did the math earlier, it was around 220. We'll call it 220 back here. I'll just leave it at that. 220 from truck like we can grind. So this is coke powder out 220 per minute. It's lower because charcoal brick regrind. Okay, that's good. Now let's see if I can save this without copying a lot of my scaffolding and stuff. Okay, got all of that. Everything looks green. I got some random pipes from an old build. Okay, that's good. Oh, stuck. Alright, that's looking good, just because I kind of want to... Oh, how is that going to work? That tail really doesn't, because it'll feed, I guess I leave a little bit of a tail. But I feel like if I have a tail back here, I'm supposed to have a tail up here so I can line it up. I don't know where oh, I guess it's right there, but I didn't put a tail right there. But I'll have this tail to line it up, so if I do want to put these next to each other. I mean, ideally you just line up the corners and then these tails overlap, or if you want to have a little bit of a gap in case you want to investigate stuff. Okay, so let's do an F for now, because this is going to be crazy expensive. So that's 11 stacks of nails, 12 stacks of wood, 1 stack of bronze, 1 stack of gears, 3 stacks, or is that 5 stacks of steel? 2 stacks of wood, 3 stacks, 4 stacks of stone. I'm not adding that up, but that seems like a lot. I don't know if I can fit all of that in my inventory. That would be quite upsetting. Have such an awesome, super high throughput build. Imagine doing this like on level 1, how big this thing would be. I probably have a build from level 1. Why can't I find... What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find that, but this. Coke powder. 220 per minute. Well, per minute. Fuel. Plus fuel. Input. And then... Oh, I didn't put a buying station in. Fuel input. Oh, and of course, days end. Alright, 367. Yeah, this will be the end of the episode. I'll save this. I'm not going to try to implement it. I'll do that next episode. So I want to... Oh, apologies. You can pause. Fuel input. Upper or line. Bottom. Missing the wood binder. I mean, obviously, I'm doing this the hard way, right? Like, the easy way is you just do it from coal, but coal is so much more expensive, so that's why this thing is a monster, is it's wood into charcoal into coke, right? The easy way out is just you do coal. It's more expensive. I've done it before. It's very easily doable, but you have to grind it, and then, you know, you have to buy coal ore, grind it, stone crush it, I mean, and then burn it. But I don't know, I kind of like these big builds. They're fun. It's a little complicated, but it just feels better doing it from the cheapest material possible. I don't know, it's awesome. Okay, so what I was planning to do that I didn't do, and I kind of blocked myself. So I mean, right now I have the wood hopper here, but I was gonna put like a little buying station in here. I guess that'll just be wood hopper, or I could do the good old trick. I have some extra space up here. I can put a F2, 3 like this. This guy, maybe. I don't think it's gonna like the angle. Yeah, invalid angle. It would need to be, like, if it was just down one level or maybe right here, it'd be okay, but I'd have to do it from that side, which is also doable. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'm gonna try to get up here, build my custom scaffolding. So from here, I give it a much more likely chance, right? So like that is nice. And then what's also cool about this is on the front, so I can put a little buying station right here, face it that way. I think I need a little bit more space than that, so I think what I do is put a tall hopper, maybe. Oh, I did not mean to fall down, and then of course I put that, there we go. I might be able to, let's try this. And this would give me a lot more room. That, I feel like it might complain. Oh no, that's good. Okay, excellent. That will be even easier to fit the buying station up here. So now, I just need that right there. That will let me do the buying station for wood. I know, it's kind of convoluted. I'm shooting it down there, and then it's going to start at the bottom and work its way back up, but sometimes it's just easier from the top to be able to do it this way. And then I kind of want to, I don't think I'm going to scoot it out anymore. I just want to make the hopper as visible as possible. Set this to wood. Alright, now I can copy this again and get rid of this. Those aren't needed. That target is set. Excellent. Okay. I feel good about that. Alrighty. I guess I should put my tail in here. So I've got it there, so I know that's my sort of cross line. Go like that. And then we'll save the tails. And I missed some stuff back here. That's key. Yeah, I guess these weren't needed. That's why these weren't selected. I have some stands here that aren't needed. Oh well. That'll be part of the build. That's fine. Alright, so now let's resave this. This has a money input, top, hopper, top. Okay, now let's see if we can manage to get this into my inventory. So let's clear everything that's not part of this. So let's use my junk drawers over here. It's got junk drawers for this stuff. Those go in there. I do sort of have a fuel box. It's up here. That stuff goes in there. Put those in there. It's not really fuel. I'll put mushrooms in here. Whatever. Put my coins in here. Get down to just 2 banks of coins. That's fine. I'm going to need steel. How much steel do I need? Do I have enough? No, I need slightly more. I need that much more, not that. Okay, I don't need glass. I think I need rivets, right? Yeah, I have enough rivets. I guess there's extra. No, this is like the not fuel stuff. Let's put soap in here. And I have boxes for those bricks. Different box for these bricks. And then I need a junk drawer. For some of the other stuff that I want to keep on me. Actually, well, theoretically, I get all of this when I pick it up, right? So I don't necessarily need to keep this stuff on me. I might keep a little bit of a couple of these, so I feel better. I feel like there's a good chance when I take this down, or the other method, yeah, it's fine. I'll take it down and then I might just build from my, okay, it's gonna be interesting. Alright, I was able to get it all. Well, I guess since I was able to pick it up cleanly, I was kind of envisioning that being more of a pain. What are we working on? We're working on blast potions. Blast needs to really be down in here. This is where I don't know where I want it. So I'm gonna escape for a second. Let's go double check. So actually, yeah, I need this to be over by here. Well, it doesn't have to be, but... And then my inputs are... Oh, that is backed up. So it's probably just throwing it away. And I probably need to throw another one, but what that means is I need to build more of those. I don't have material on me. Let's do this real quick. For inputs, I feel like it's just money and fuel, right? Money's here, so I can shoot that. I can make a new shooting station for fuel. And I might put it up there and just elevator up, and it'll be above here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I think we'll put it right here. Do it like this. And then I'll give myself a little bit of a gap for the wall. That might mess up the next column though. Yeah, we'll just do one, which is enough, just enough for a wall. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I have the stuff on me. I need to go downstairs real quick. Back to my shop and grab my stuff because I need to build some more warehousing. Okay, let's go grab all my stuff. Let's grab an extra one of those. Yeah, steel, plenty of gears. Okay. No, let's grab those. That's all steel. Alright, I guess it was in here. So I gotta grab some of that real quick. Okay, we gotta go build some more warehousing over here. All of this eventually will get used. Whatever it is, there's more systems that there's some relics that are built on steel. I guess the watch also. So like I need to. Oh, I did not just do that. Oh my goodness. It's been a long day. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Well, that can feed there. I just get to feed these manually. Let's organize. It's not that big a deal. We'll have to see. I wonder if it's like clipped down into the floor. Because there should be more bags. They may have clipped through the floor. Because that was definitely full. No, they didn't clip. Alright, maybe they're stuck inside. Yeah, that's plumbed through. Crisscross stairs. I don't know what happened to those bags. I guess I should take... No. Okay, not there. There either. Alright, whatever. Okay, we gotta build another one over here. What am I out of? Iron? I didn't grab enough iron. Alright, I got some iron downstairs. Alright, y'all. Appreciate you guys watching, as always. This is the other... Oh, I'm a doofus. I'm up there at an iron warehouse. And I'm like, oh, let's go downstairs. I got iron downstairs as I'm sitting on top of an iron warehouse. I'm a genius, man. No, this one's fine. I'll probably split this. Just start filling those up. I could stack them, but this is easy. I got a lot of space. I'll just stack them on the ground. The benefit is, like, each of these gives me 2 output, so I can get 240 times 2. I can get 480 out of each of these boxes, and these warehouses will last a little while. But this will get my sulfur going again. I mean, my fuel line's backed up, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, it's feeding downstairs, and then it feeds itself. Alright, so we'll turn this on next episode. So we've got coke powder, 220 per minute, level 12 efficiency. So that is Awesome. Alright, y'all. Take care. Have a good one.